Right, it is Sunday morning and all of the planets have come together and lined up today, and we're actually on a bicycle ride. We are in Oakhampton. We're just going to scoot quickly along the old railway line, and Mrs. Blob on a bike is having a whale of a time on her new bike. Definitely see her coming with that hat on. So let's go and get a few miles in, shall we? And hopefully we won't get too wet. It is a bit wetter than anticipated. It was going to dry up as the day goes on but get windier, but it's actually getting less windy, I think, and more rainy. But everyone seems to be having a nice time. Mrs. Blob on the bike is getting on much better with this new bike than the old one. I'll show it to you in a little bit. It's quite a decent little bike. We're heading towards Oakhampton, so I should be trying my wheelie across the viaduct. Yeah. This is what Sundays are for. Okay, here comes the viaduct. I'm going for my wheelie. It is windy, so I've not got my hopes up today, but we'll have to wait and see. But you are going in my pocket because I've got no way of holding you. No word of a lie, I got about 70% of the way over then. I was gutted. My front wheel nearly dropped about the halfway mark, so I had to accelerate to get it back up. But by then I just sort of expired my energy, I think. But I thought, oh, I've got a chance of getting to the end here, and then just started going to one side a bit. And I didn't have what it takes to bring it back, but I shall keep trying another time. I'll try again on the way back. Into the wind, it might be a bit easier. So we'll have to see, won't we? But that's the best one I've ever done. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Right, I'm not sure why, but Sam has always been too scared to ride his bicycle down there. How was it?
Good.
Yeah, it's alright, wasn't it? I gotta say, particularly last week because my back was hurting, but even today, Mrs. Blob on a bike was instigating these bicycle rides in this pony weather. And she has just said to me, I prefer the off-road trails, which is great because I do as well. This gets a bit boring after a while, but it is what it is, and it does get a few miles in, which I need. Yeah, so more trail centres coming up. I expect we'll probably be doing the Hard Rock Enduro or something next year as a family, so stay tuned. It is hard going today, isn't it, with this wind? Yeah. But these stickers are getting everywhere. I wonder who keeps putting them here. Getting a collection now. Right, should we go and catch up with Mummy? Don't know where my wife has gone. She's literally just vanishes. She's like leaves you in the dust to eat it. So we'll have to go and find her, won't we? Would you just look at this place? I'm very lucky to have this close by to our house, and hopefully soon even closer. What a place. Lots to explore around here, but let's get back to the car, shall we? That wind is really taking the fun out of it today, unfortunately. Don't even really mind the rain because just got to get used to that, but I can't bear the wind, as you well know. Anyway, it is winter season, so you have got to get yourself prepared for a few months of me moaning about the weather. Don't like it too hot, don't like it too cold, but it's never just right, of course. But anyway, nice little ride today. We're almost back at the car. I think we might be going a little bit further, but Sam's got little tired legs today, so this riding back into the wind is taking it out of everyone. So we'll see. Let's do more. Was that it? Yeah, boy. That is it. Everyone's had enough today. The wind has overcome us, so we are off 8.98 miles, which is a good little ride. So yeah, 9 miles is not too bad, and it's really great to get on the bike for a bit. And I've got to say, if nothing else happens on the bike this week, at least I've got that in the bag, so that's great. I'll see you soon. Hey, it is Wednesday morning and I'm on a little jolly down the post office. I'm hoping I don't slip out because I've only got one hand on here, and it is a bit slippy but surprisingly dry. We have been in for some real crappy weather lately, so today everything has come together to allow this. Didn't think I'd have time for a ride today because I've been doing the school runs on Wednesdays, but my wife is no longer at work until the end of the year now, so she has decided that she's taking him to school today and collecting him, so that means I've got a bit of extra time for this kind of thing. Also, I've just mentioned the weather. It has been absolutely diabolical, but yeah, obviously, of course, because I thought I wasn't going to be here today, I've not arranged for any parcels to be delivered, so that has allowed for this to happen, because normally this time of year I've got so many parcels coming, I have to be there. I'm the only one there, so I have to be there to collect it. But anyway, it's nice to get a bit of fresh air. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of a quick whiz around my new bicycle, because this thing has really grown on me the last few weeks when I've had the opportunity to ride it anyway. So let's have a quick look, shall we? It is just a Decathlon, I think it's called a Speed 500. There you go. It is just a basic single speed rigid bike, and it is good fun. It's hard work up the hills, and the gearing isn't enough to get me quickly down the hills, but it is a great little bike just for nipping down the post office on quickly, and it's a bit of a test mule for my work and stuff. So a bit tired actually, it's windy today. So yeah, this is my little test mule, and I'm having great fun riding this thing, and you'll see some new products which I'm working on just cropping up on this thing over the next few months, some of which is on there actually, but that's for another time really. So let's get on with it. Shall we get a few quick little miles in? I've still got loads of work to do today, so I can't spend too long at it, but I've got a bit more of an exciting ride coming up tomorrow, which I'll tell you about a bit later. Right, that is a hit up to the post office done and dusted, and I have to say I quite enjoyed boosting up there at the saddle. I'm getting quite good at it. Got slowed down by some cars today though, sadly, but jeez, my boobs look massive, all them mince pies. Anyway, so I mentioned something exciting going on tomorrow. I have managed to bring my booster jab forward, so my booster jab is now tomorrow. Unfortunately, I live in the back end of nowhere, so my nearest centre is in Barnstable, which does involve about an hour's drive from Bude. But I am going to venture to Braunton Pump Track. Now, I wanted to go there when we went on holiday to Woolacombe, but the opportunity never arose. So tomorrow is the day. The weather is good, the wind is low, and it's meant to be quite sunny. So thank you. So the weather's quite sunny tomorrow, so it should be a good day for a little bit of riding. I've wanted to go there for some time. It should be fun. You certainly notice it when you haven't done that for a little bit. That was 6.45 miles, which is the same as normal on that little route, but I'm pleased with 6 miles. Miles on my bicycle have been very, very dry lately. I don't mean dry weather-wise, I mean just not much in the way of them. So anyway, I'm very much looking forward to Braunton Pump Track tomorrow. I don't know how much my legs will take, having not been on a bike for a bit, so I expect that will make them very sore very quickly, but I'll go and have a quick shred around there before I go and have my booster jab. So that is it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Something a little bit different for me today. I have never actually been ever to a pump track, and here I am today at Braunton Pump Track. This was built a year or two ago, and apparently it's one of the biggest ones in Devon, or is the biggest one in Devon, or was when it came about, but I've never been here. Now, I did, but when I took our bikes on holiday to Woolacombe, I was intended to come here and have a little mess about, but never got time. So today, I'm in Barnstable getting my booster jab, and whilst I'm travelled an hour to get here, I might as well bring my bike and get a few little miles in, if I can, around this track. First things first, stickers. Now I'm here, of course. I don't know where to start, because this little course juts off everywhere. It sort of has got a centre point over there, so I'm just going to have a gentle little whiz round and do each of the little tentacles, I suppose you might call them, and I'll get some sort of footage of me doing it as well. Might even put my little chesty mount on as well. First impressions, it's much harder work than it looks like when you watch people doing it on YouTube. It is blooming tiring, and not as easy to be flowy as it might look either, but I'm sure I'll get there. And I've actually stiffened out the suspension on my bike at the back, just because it's probably not helping it being soft, so I'm going to keep on playing around here. It looks quite good fun, doesn't it? I'm going to be honest with you, I was expecting this to be the biggest amount of fun I'd have for a long time, but it's not. and I doubt that's anything to do with the pump track itself. It's probably my fitness levels and my skill levels really. But no matter how much I pump these little pumps, I can't get enough speed up to get any air on anything really. These little jumps over here, I can't get enough speed up to get clearing across those. No chance. I would love to know how people are doing it, because I can't do it, but I'm going to keep trying. It just dawned on me that I might be having slow progress because my tyre's quite flat, which is not ideal. So I will go and pump up my tyre and put some air in there, and hopefully that'll make a little bit of difference, because at the moment it's hard work and I ain't really getting anywhere. Let's go and pump it up. Okay, now 40 psi in my tyre, so I'm going to see if it makes any difference. I'm sure it will make a little bit of a difference. It'll be a bit less squishy, but I don't think it's going to make as much of a difference as I need to make it work. It's just not happening today. Quite remarkably, it has made a world of difference. But still, I won't be doing any mad stunts because I still can't get enough speed to do any of these jumps, I don't think. But it's a little bit more fun, that's a start at least. Right, let's go and set the camera up and show you just how pony it is. None of that was easy. I will be honest with you, I came here with high expectations of getting some really great thumbnails and stuff like that. That makes me look much better at riding a bike than I actually am, but I don't think that will be happening today, that's for sure. But let's keep trying. There is some little tabletops. I can't believe I can't even clear one of the little tabletops. They're tiny. I've got to keep trying. I'm not going to let this defeat me. This one is my target. Absolutely rubbish. I will tell you what is pretty cool though, is these banked berm corners. Never felt so sure going around a corner than I have going around one of these. So one of those might make for a good shot, so let's see if I can go and get one of those. Clutching at straws here. Never a dull moment at the seaside. I'm pretty sure that's a Sea King. I thought they'd all gone out of service now. It's massive. I hope they're just training. What an awesome bit of kit. How on earth does that fly? Actually, RAF Chivener, old RAF Chivener is just over the other side of those marshes there. So I don't know if it's some sort of training. I didn't think they were still flying, if I'm being totally honest, but turns out they are. That is that done and dusted. And I did manage 1.56 miles, which is pathetic, but you never really get many miles at something like that. Anyway, so I gotta say, I was a little bit disappointed with that. Probably because, one, I haven't got enough skill, and secondly, because I'd wanted to come here for so long, I'd sort of hyped it up in my head that it was going to be amazing, when in reality, it just was not flowy for me. Now, I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong with the track. You know, it's more my fitness levels and that kind of thing. But when you see all this goodness here, you think, yeah, definitely going to get some airtime. Not to be. I just couldn't get enough speed on. So I will come back, but I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to make a special trip. You know, I wouldn't have come here unless I was here having my jab today. So it's just good timing more than anything. But I'm glad I've knocked it on the head, that one, and got it out of the way. But for me, I'm not going to be rushing back here or to any pump track, I don't think. Was expecting more out of a pump track than that. Bit gutted, really. Anyway, that's it for today. It's Friday tomorrow, so we'll wait and see what happens then. See you later. Here we are at the end of another week, and it was a little bit more productive than last week, wasn't it? I had a really nice bike ride at the weekend with the family, despite the, pretty sure it was, it was windy, wasn't it? Yeah, and not particularly pleasant. I think it got a bit wet, but you know, it was nice just to get out on the bicycle, and it was good for my wife to get on her bike and give it a proper little go out. And thumbs up from Mrs. Blob on a bike, so that is all good. There'll be more of that coming soon. And then, of course, yeah, I mean, it is December, so I'm pretty busy. I sell retail and stuff, so I'm busy for Christmas, which stops me getting out. But I did get out, I think, on Wednesday for a little bit, just a little jolly down the post office on my single speed, which was quite good. And I'm enjoying that little thing, so that was a good little jolly. And then yesterday I went and had my booster jab. Now I had to travel out of the area to get that, and that was in Barnstable. And near Barnstable with Braunton Pump Track, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest with you. I've been wanting to go there for a couple of years since they built it, but the opportunity has never arisen. It did yesterday, and it was a bit of a damp squib, if I'm being honest with you. I'm sure the pump track's great, but probably doing it on a full suspension bike, not ideal. So I think I'd like to revisit that on like a hardtail or a jump bike or something like that. So perhaps something like that will happen next year. Who knows? Anyway, that is it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you've been up to and how you've got on this week. And if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up and press that button down there to do a subscribe. I really appreciate that. Have a great week. I will see you next week. It's Christmas Day next Christmas Day. I think when my next video is due out, so that will probably come out on Christmas Eve next week. So I'm not messing about on Christmas morning, doing shares and all that kind of thing. So I'd appreciate if you could do that for me. Anyway, have a nice day. I will see you later. Light it up and we smoke. Keep me